What's up guys, Random Racer here with another product review video for you guys today. And today we're going to check out the Spalding 48-inch portable basketball net. So of course, without further ado, let's slice this open, check it out, and give you guys my quick in-depth review. So for those of you who are wanting to get your kids outdoors to have some exercise, or you want to have some fun and exercise for yourself, a basketball net is a pretty fun choice. This model here has a 48-inch polycarbonate backboard, as well as an adjustable height between 8 feet and 10 feet. But anyways, let's unbox this and see what we get. So first off, the box is fairly large and does have a bit of weight to it, largely due to the 48-inch backplate that is included with this setup. So I do recommend having 2 people when you haul this from the store. Popping this open, one of the first things that we get is the 48-inch backplate, which does have a built-in steel frame. And there's also a protective film that is on the front, which you can remove later after you finish installing this together. Next, we have the instruction guide on how to assemble this large portable basketball system. Removing the backplate as well as some cardboard, we have the base of the basketball system, which is made of 2 large plastic pieces. Lifting the top gray piece off conceals a few more additional parts. First off, we have 2 plastic guards which you can attach to the bottom of the backboard. Next, we have a large box here that conceals all our nuts, bolts, and screws to put this together. And lastly, we have the metal orange basketball rim. And finally, we have a couple more boxes here that conceals our 8-foot steel pole to hold up the basketball net, as well as the Pro Glide click system that is included with this for the height adjustable feature. Alright, so I did finally get this thing assembled about an hour and a half later, and I have to say the installation process, the steps were pretty easy to follow, but finding each individual screw was a little bit tedious, and I'll show you guys in the manual there is that they do give you a diagram of which screw is which and which number they are, but on the bags they are not labeled, so you have to hunt for which one is which was pretty much the most time consuming part of all this. Now Spalding does recommend having 2 people installing this because this is quite a heavy item. Now ideally you do want to set this up in a driveway or a backyard, and of course have a garage to store something like this since it is quite tall. I'm just setting this up here for filming purposes, and plus the fact that it's less likely to get stolen up here than down on the driveway. Well, starting off with the bottom here, first off the entire bottom is a large thick polycarbonate shell. Now portable basketball nets like this do require additional weight on the base here to ensure that the whole thing doesn't tip over. One way is to put 50 pounds of sandbags in the center here, such as what I have, but a few more bags obviously. But of course, if you don't have sandbags around, the other way you could put weight in this is actually fill the entire shell of this base here, as well as a lid, with water. Water would be the easiest and likely the cleanest way to fill this up. The only thing is I don't see an area where you can actually drain the water in case you want to store this and put it somewhere else. But that would probably be the easiest way rather than using sandbags, as sand can get messy and of course you have to figure out where to get it. You can see there is a hole which you can fill the base with water, as well as an included plug. And the lid also has a spot where you can fill it up with water, and of course there's a plug to plug it up once it's filled. And you can tell the base is an all black color with a gray colored lid that has the NBA logo and the Spalding logo engraved on the top. On the front of the base you do have 2 built-in wheels to make it easy to carry and transport this portable basketball net in and out of your garage. And because this basketball net is technically portable, I do recommend rolling it into your garage before nighttime, as you don't want to get it stolen. Moving on to the rest of the basketball net, you have 2 metal braces here to keep the stem a little bit more stabilized and from wiggling when the basketball hits it or from the wind hitting it. The stem or pole here is roughly 8 feet long, so it's a fairly long and hefty piece of metal. The majority of the metal components of this basketball net are black color painted. Continuing on, you also see the secondary pole here that has a trigger attached. The trigger here allows you to take advantage of one of the cooler features about this basketball net, and that is that it is height adjustable. The height adjustability is great. For example, if you have kids or inexperienced users, you can set the basketball net at its lowest height, or if you just want extra difficulty, you can set it at its highest level. This system, known as their Pro Glide Adjustability, allows you to stretch the basketball net from 8 feet all the way up to 10 feet. Last but not least is the net and the backplate. The backplate is a 40-inch polycarbonate clear shell. It gives the entire design of this basketball net system a modern look thanks to the clear plastic. And also because it's plastic, it's a little bit easier to clean than cleaning wood. Just like the pole, the frame that holds the backboard in place is made of a strong steel construction. The backboard does have 2 blue borders with the Spalding logo printed on the bottom right corner, as well as the NBA logo on the left corner. Aesthetically, a modern, simple design that should complement any driveway. Moving on to the basketball net, the net itself is made of a nylon white ribbon design. And holding that in place is a large traditional orange steel rim that also has a built-in spring on the backboard to allow it to have a bit of flexibility when the ball hits the rim of the basketball net. And here's another quick look at the back side here. You can see that steel frame I was talking about that surrounds the entire border of the back plate, as well as two center pieces here that attach the back plate to the stem itself, and the mechanism that allows you to adjust the height of the actual plate from 8 feet to 10 feet. Overall, guys, you can tell this is definitely a pretty well-made basketball net with all the steel that they do use. It's meant to be durable, strong, and stable, and lasts for many years of usage. The height adjustability from 8 feet to 10 feet on the basketball net is a nice feature, but I also like how it's very easy to adjust it with a simple trigger on the back part of the pole. The 48-inch polycarbonate backboard is more than enough for the inexperienced to experienced players. And you can see from this overall design of this portable basketball net system that it's modern and doesn't take away from the look of a suburban house. The nice thing about a portable system is that you don't have to fix the basketball net to the top of your garage or shed, and although it's a fairly hefty system, it's pretty easy to roll it back in the garage with an adult. In addition, because you can roll this back in the garage at night, it also prevents theft from leaving it in the driveway. And during the winter months when you really don't need this, you can also roll this back in the garage to maybe even play some basketball inside if there's enough room, but also to prevent from weathering on the actual basketball net. In regards to stability, there is of course a little bit of wiggle room, but even though the base is all made of plastic, which I was a little bit worried about, it seems to be pretty stable. One of the reasons why I set the basketball net up here is to also test out its stability against wind. If you can tell from the entire video, with the trees in the background, we have a pretty strong breeze going on all day, and so far the basketball net hasn't wiggled very much, if at all, under this breeze, so you shouldn't have to worry about the wind knocking it over. But of course, if you see a thunderstorm approaching and a wind warning along with that, you may want to consider rolling this back in the garage. In terms of any cons or things I don't like about this, my only concern is really with the clear plastic backboard. As you know, clear plastic does tend to turn cloudy and yellow over time, and having this outdoors with the UV rays hitting it from the sun, I am a little bit worried about the clear plastic kind of turning yellow over time, so it'll be interesting to see how long that will last. My only real gripe with this whole setup is the installation, which thankfully is only a one-time thing. Although the screws and nuts and everything are identified and labeled in the manual, they're not identified on the bag, so you have to find out which screw is which and open up all the bags, which can be a little bit tedious and time consuming. So I think a simple thing that Spalding could do is actually make a bag for each step to identify which screws you will need without having to go through all of them. That way, with each bag identified for which step that you need them for, you don't have to go through all the different screws and waste time looking for one screw that you need to put something in place. In conclusion, guys, if you're looking for a portable, durable basketball net system to get your kids off the couch, off the iPads and computers, you definitely can't go wrong with the Spalding portable basketball net system. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If any questions or comments about this, ask in the comment section there down below. Hit that like button, as always helps me out, and I'll see you all in the next video.